Welcome to a very good evening to everyone, and welcome to another mindful session for this week. I would respectfully welcome our most venerable Dhamma Kusala Theru to start today's program, and I'd welcome my friends too. And also, if there are any new friends, I'd gladly welcome them too. Before start today's session, I'd like to give a brief of what we did in previous sessions. At the beginning of the session, Swamin Wansa told a small story about mindfulness, and then we did mindful walking and sitting for about 10 minutes, and then we write and discuss our reports with the group, and then we conclude the session after doing a very fun mindful activity as a group. Now I would respectfully welcome our most venerable Dhamma Kusala Theru to start today's program.
Thanks, Pansilu. Hello, everyone. So good to see you all after a couple of weeks. I can see few faces. How about others? Sanhita appears. We have so many other kids. No? It's good to see your faces. That way we can see that you are there, interested and practicing. Right, so I'm joining after a couple of weeks and we're happy to be here. Good to see you all. Now, in order to start today's program, I'll ask you something like this. Now, you play. What do you like to do? Probably play certain sports, play games. What else? What do you consider as play? What do you like, enjoy? Anyone? You can use the Zoom hand. Yes, Olu. Olu? No, no sound at all. The audio device. Sehara Vinet, what do you consider as play?
Running around and playing on the playground.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Running around and playing on the playground.
Okay, running around and playing in the playground. That's fun. Anything else? Probably your brother.
Mom, what do you consider playing? What? What do you consider playing?
What do you like to play?
With you? No, an actual thing. Chess with my dad.
Say it louder.
Okay. Playing chess.
Yes, playing chess for you.
Right. Pasat, yes.
Playing badminton.
Okay, badminton. Lot of sports. Gihansa. Gihansa. No, then Laviru.
She put her hand down.
Yeah, we'll go to Laviru.
Things like physical stuff and like games like from the mobile devices and stuff.
Okay, so physical sports, running around, playing certain sports, then games on the devices. Right. So that's Laviru. Harini,
Playing hide and seek.
playing hide and seek. Yes, that's very nice. Hide and seek. You have somebody to play hide and seek?
Sometimes I have my sister.
Okay, with your sister. Right. Ruby,
Play board games.
I didn't get it. Can you
Play
speak?
board games.
Pansilu, did you get it?
No, sir, no, sir. I didn't hear.
Play board games.
Playing board
Anand,
games. Okay. Yes, yes. Board games, that's also nice. Yes. Jayavardhana, yes.
Playing
What do you
hockey.
playing hockey? Anything else other than the sports, games? What else? Maybe some hobbies as well? Do you consider, do you like them? Do you enjoy them?
Collecting stamps.
Yes, that's a very nice one. I remember I used to do when I was little, collecting stamps. Different countries, different stamps. Right, so that's another one. Anyone else? What do you enjoy? So you said sports, certain physical sports, running around, playing hide and seek, then games on the devices, online games, then hobbies like collecting stamps. So all of these things, we can count them as play. We enjoy them. We like to do them, right? Then what do you consider as work? What's the idea you get when you say work? Pansilu, yes?
So Anand and Lavia can do first. I'll go last.
Muted.
Things like studies, like educational stuff,
Yes,
and
yes.
like physical working, like for like what do you go like physical stuff, like working for like salary and stuff, wages, those stuff.
Okay. Helping, probably helping at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you get to do some work over there? Probably to sweep your room or wash your clothes, something like that. Laviru?
Mm,
No?
sometimes.
Answer says no. Yes. So Laviru says maybe studies, and one of the most popular ones for work is homework. Yes, it says homework, right? So you have to do those things at home. When you go to school, you get homework, you are not happy about it. So that's work, education, and Pansilu. What do you have?
Seha can go, I guess.
Cleaning up the house before someone comes over.
Right. So that's a good one. Does your mother ask you to do such things?
Yes.
Yes. That's good. You know, you have to take on certain responsibilities. And it's nice that you do it. So clean up. Right. And you Pasat, yes.
Doing homework and studying for the term test.
Right. Homework and studying for the term test.
Oh, and the concert.
Right. So that's work. Homework, studying. Yes. Harini. Yes. Harini, go.
Making the bed before my mother comes.
Can you repeat?
Making the bed before my mother comes.
Okay, making the bed. Yes, that's also work, right? Every day you have to do now. Getting up early morning, you have to do the bed. Yes. Anyone else? Sahara Vinith, yes, you can go again.
My brother has one. Maths, English, writing, and piano.
Yes, all those things work. Yes, studies, and sometimes even uh, certain probably like playing music also can be work when you don't enjoy it. Yes, then Pansilu, what's your idea?
Shaman answer like business and all.
Business, earning for oneself. So that you don't have no currently. Yes.
Shaman answer business, then education, jobs and all like that.
Yeah, all those things go under work.
And Shaman answer like working for your dreams and all.
That's also work, is it? Then
Kind of.
probably it's not a dream. That's why you feel like it's work. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So you get the idea. Some things we enjoy, some things we consider as play. Some things it's, troublesome, and those things we consider as work. So that will lead us towards today's quote. I'm sure you have already seen the flyer. So this book, it's one of the most memorable books from my childhood, but I don't know whether you have read it. Adventures of Tom Sawyer. I'm sure you have read it, right? Anyone? Show of hands if you know this book. Nobody, it seems. Only the older people, Kiniti auntie, Niranja auntie might know. We have a couple of fans. Jayavardhanas know the book. Then Lavir knows. That's all, is it? Yeah, it seems like you are not familiar about this book much. Sanhita also knows. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, one of the most popular books when I was little from my childhood. And you have to read the book and understand the incident that's this particular quote is from. But it talks about the difference between the work and play. Now, the incident in the book, it's like Tom Sawyer. He's like cunning. He got work from his auntie or somebody, and he has to whitewash the fence. work, like doing home chores, right? Making your bed, cleaning your room, all those of things, right? So those things work. But this fellow, he somehow acted like it's play. It's a privilege to do these things, and somehow convinced his friends to whitewash the fence, right? Acting like it's privilege to do, acting like it's something special, right? Instead of being work, he made it a play, right? So that's the difference. Whatever you consider as work, it's like it's not fun. You are not happy to do it. But whatever you consider as play, you are happy to do it, right? So that's the difference between work and play. Now, for example, some of you mentioned cleaning up your room, making your bed, those things work because you have to do it. But those games and playing sport, hide and seek, all those things, you feel like it's play, right? So if something is play, we are happy to do it. We enjoy doing it. If something is work, it's not the best and we feel irritated. We do it for the sake of doing, right? So probably we can do a trick. We can make things play. For example, if you make something play, then you can really enjoy that activity, right? It's something you like. Then it doesn't become work. If you enjoy studying, then it's not work. If you enjoy playing music, then it's not work. If you enjoy doing your home chores, then it's not work, right? So that change, if you can do, then of course you can enjoy many things and you can do them more successfully, right? That's why even Pansilu's idea, if it is a dream, it shouldn't be considered as work because you enjoy it, you like it, right? It's not a burden to you. Playing music, if you like it, if you enjoy it, then it's not work. Your studies, homework, all the assignments, if you like it, if you enjoy it, then it's not work, right? So this way you get the idea. When it's work, it's bothersome, it's a trouble that you are supposed to do. When it is play, you volunteer, you enjoy it. So you can make many things play. Even the studies, you can introduce certain games into your studies and study like play. You can find your own ways to do it. Tom Sawyer tells us that secret. Whenever it is a play, you enjoy it. You like spending time. Whenever it is work, you hate it and you somehow do it because you are forced to, right? So those two differences highlighted in this book, in this quote, and we encourage you to enjoy these things as play. By being mindful, you can do it. For example, let's say if you practice mindfulness in your daily chores, then it might not be a burden. You can enjoy it. Sweeping your room, clean up, then making your bed, all those things you can enjoy them by simply being mindful. It's an opportunity for you to be mindful. It's a hobby kind of a thing, it becomes. Then it's no longer work, it's enjoyable, it's play, right? So maybe mindfulness can help us to turn more work into play. If you can turn them into play, then of course you like doing them and you do them more successfully. So that's the very idea. maybe practicing mindfulness, it's an opportunity for you to practice. Whatever the activity that you get, whatever the task that you get, whatever the chore that you get, it's an opportunity for you to be mindful. Mindfully sweeping your room, mindfully making your bed, mindfully washing your clothes. All those things can be play if you know how to turn them into play, right? So that's the very idea. And that's from the book, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. It's Mark Twain. Right. So with that, I think we can go into the next part, which is mindful walking practice. So all of us will take some time to do a mindful walking session. For this, you have to select a certain space where you can walk in a comfortable manner. So you select the space, you start walking back and forth. And while walking, we try to be mindful of our steps. Notice which parts of your feet is touching the ground. Notice how the ground feels. Notice how the weight is shifting. That way we try to stay with our feet. We try to keep our attention there. And time to time, certain thoughts come. You see surrounding things, you hear surrounding sounds. They grab your attention. But that's okay. You can realize it and you can return your attention back to the walking. Again, notice your steps. Time after time, it will go away, but you realize it and you bring your attention back to the walking. This way, we will try to walk for like 15 minutes and we'll try to take many mindful steps. So all of you can keep the cameras on and join for the walking session. Okay, everyone. You can return back to your seat. We are going to sit for a while. We'll practice mindful sitting. You can turn on video and settle down in your seat. Once you are balanced and comfortable, you can gently close your eyes. You are seated and you have your eyes closed. Bring your attention to the body and notice whether you feel the breathing. We are not going to force our breath. We try to notice the natural breathing. Some of you might feel the breath touching your nostrils. Some of you might feel the belly. Wherever it is, we simply try to be mindful of the breathing. Notice how the breath goes in. Notice how it comes out. Sometimes our attention goes to other things like thoughts, memories, sleepiness, and irritations in our body. These things grab our attention. But that's okay. You can catch it and you can gently return your attention back to the breathing. Again, notice how the breath goes in. Notice how it comes out. This way, we try to return to the breathing and try to be mindful of our breath. Let's continue for a few more minutes. Okay, everyone. Now you can open your eyes again. So that's our few minutes of mindful sitting and walking. Let's write our mindful experience now. You can take the journals. If you are new here, you can take a piece of paper and start writing your mindful experience. As mindful walking and sitting, you can write your own experience. During mindful walking, did you feel the feet? What did you observe? The texture of the floor, the temperatures, which parts of your feet is touching the ground? Were you able to be mindful for many steps? Those experiences you can write on your own words. Then during the mindful sitting, did you feel the breathing? How did you notice the breath? Were you able to be mindful for many breaths? You can write in your own words. So we are going to take some time to write our mindful experience now. I can see some of you are already done. How about others? Done? Ansilu, are you there?
Sanans is still doing.
Sorry?
Sanans, I'm still doing.
Okay, then we'll take few more minutes. Olu, are you done? Can't see Olu. No? Need more time? Yeah. Okay. Okay, everyone. I think that's enough time. So we'll go through the order. And the first one would be Yatilu and Semoya.
Mindful walking. I kept focus on my steps as I walked. I also noticed that I put my heel of my foot first before keeping my foot fully on the ground. Mindful sitting. I felt my breath going in and out from my nostrils. After a while, I felt a tiny discomfort in the position I was staying. Then, to forget that feeling, I kept focus on my breath. And then, after a while, I didn't feel the pain because I didn't give much attention to it. Thank you. Mindful walking. When I was walking, I went around and around slowly, and then I could bump on the wall. Mindful sitting. When I was sitting, I took my breath inside and put it out, and then I did it all over again. My mind started to think about other things, but I controlled it and then started thinking about my breath.
Okay, very nice. Happy to hear that you are practicing and both of your practice are good. Now, let's say other troubles come. Sometimes pain, sometimes thoughts. These things come, but we can forget them and we can bring our attention to the breathing or the walking. Right? So that's what you have done in your both of your reports. You have mentioned that forgetting the pain, forgetting the thoughts, you returned your attention to the breathing. So that's a good way to practice. What I encourage is doing daily practice every day, 5 minutes of mindful sitting and walking. If you can do, then that's very helpful. Both of you can get together and do few minutes of mindful sitting and walking every day. And if you do that, then you can support your mindfulness very well. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Harini, your turn.
Mindful walking. I felt that my hands and feet were relaxed. I heard the birds singing. Mindful sitting. My hands and feet were touching each other. I heard that my sister was singing and it distracted me. But I focused to my mindful sitting. Thank you.
In the sitting, where did you focus?
To my sitting.
Yes. Sitting where exactly? Where did you keep your mindfulness?
To my breathing.
Yes, that's true. So next time you have to tell us it's breathing, not simply sitting, the breath. You get distracted, you hear sounds, but you can return your attention to the breathing. So remember to mention that. And if you do, then it's very nice. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Sanhita.
Mindful walking. My mindful walking experience is mindful for me. The floor was cold and I kept my attention to the walking. And when the bell rang, I sat down into my chair. Mindful sitting. My mindful sitting experience is also mindful for me. I kept my attention to the breathing and I also kept my attention to the breathing in and breathing out. And when the bell rang, I opened my eyes.
Okay, good. Now, some time back, I said that mindful enough won't be enough. And now you are mentioning walking, you feel the floor, the cool floor, and which parts of your feet is touching. Those things you feel. And when you do that, then we realize that you were mindful. And in the sitting, you feel the breath in and out. So you have to tell us all those details. And when we hear those details, we know that you were mindful during those times. So that change you have done, it's very nice. Continue and tell us more details about the feet and about the breathing. You can observe closely and tell us more details about them next time.
Okay.
Pasat. Pasat.
Mindful walking. When I was doing mindful walking, I was I felt very calm and relaxed while I went up the stairs. I felt my leg going up, and when I came downstairs, I felt my leg going down. I felt the softness of the rug and the hardness of the tiles. I felt very mindful until I got distracted by a thought, but then with a snap, I became mindful again. Mindful sitting. When I was doing mindful sitting, I was very calm. Nothing was distracting me. I felt my in-breath going inside of my nostrils and my out-breath going out of my nostrils. It was a calm day, no noise, just a mindful environment. But then I suddenly got distracted, but in less than a minute, I got mindful again.
Distracted by what? In the second part? In the sitting?
I thought.
A thought, right. So both in the walking and the sitting, you got distracted by thoughts.
Yeah.
Next time, when the thoughts come, try to catch them mindfully. Try to see this thought mindfully. Like how you are observing breath, you can observe the thought mindfully. And if you develop that ability, then no distractions will be there because of the thoughts. Can you do that? Observing a thought mindfully. Pasal?
Okay.
You have to tell us next time. After observing, you have to tell us details about the observation. Can you do?
Okay.
Right. Ayan?
Mindful walk. I heard the birds tweeting outside. Then I got distracted, but I managed not to get distracted, and I focused on my mindful sitting. I nearly got distracted by my dad using a call, but I managed not to get distracted.
Yes, that's very good. Your father can make noises, but you don't get distracted. That ability you have in both walking and sitting, you mentioned, you manage not to get distracted. So that's good. Keep practicing that. And no matter what outside things are, you are not distracted. That's a good quality.
Okay.
Vihas.
Okay. Mindful walking. I felt calm and relaxed. I was walking step by step. I felt that the ground was cold and I was bringing my attention to my feet. Mindful sitting. I was peaceful and I was peaceful and I was breathing in and out. I heard the birds chirping outside and I got a little bit distracted. Then I was bringing my attention to my breath. Thank you.
Yes. And you have a friend as well? Is your sister?
She doesn't want to join in.
Okay, that's fine. Next time she can join in. And your walking and sitting is good. That's good mindfulness that you have developed. What I suggest is doing few minutes of mindfulness every day And even in your daily activities, you can try this mindfulness. When you walk somewhere, simply notice the pressure at your feet. If you're seated in a vehicle, you can notice the breathing. That way, try to catch mindfulness every now and then during the day. And that habit, if you develop, that's a very helpful habit. Try and see. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, Olu.
Mindful walking. My legs touch the ground quickly, then my legs touch the ground, then my toes, while I breathe in and out a bit faster than usual. I noticed that my heels went before my toes, and each time I stepped, I breathed in and out. Sometimes I snapped out of my concentration, but after a while I regained it. And I'm also sometimes a bit wobbly. When I breathe when my walking, I'm only feeling my breath at the bottom parts of my tongue. Mindful sitting. I breathed in and out slowly. I can now feel my breathing at the top, middle, and bottom parts of my tongue. I can sometimes feel the grip on my slippers, and it feels nice. That's my mindful report.
Yes, very nice. You have a lot of details there. How long you have been joining for the session? Couple of years? Unmute.
I think it's 2 years.
2 years. So you have developed a lot. Because earlier, I remember you didn't have so much details in the report. Now, a whole lot of details, tiny details, observations about the breathing and the walking you are reporting. So that's great progress. And what I suggest is get closer to the breathing more and more, walking more and more, and try to observe more details. You can catch more details with your current ability. You can see how this breathing is happening, how these walking sensations are happening. That observation, you can do it closely. Try and see. Sahara Vinith.
Mindful walking. I did 10 to 14 steps per lap, which is less than usual. I noticed that the slower I walked, the slower my steps were, and also the smaller my steps were, and also the more I lifted my foot off the ground. This meant that if I walked super duper fast, my feet were nearly dragging on the ground. I focused on my walking. Mindful sitting. I felt a little bit sleepy, but didn't fall asleep. I noticed that if I forced my breath too much, I only breathed in and out from my mouth and not my nose. I focused on my breathing. Mindful walking. Today, I only did 9 or 10 steps per direction. I was wearing my warm, big boots inside. I have to do foot exercises, and walking was one of the exercises. I hit a fire cabinet at the exact same time when the bell rang. The bell rang and I went back to my chair. Mindful sitting. I heard the sound of dripping water. I opened my eyes a little bit. Sometimes I was falling off my chair. I heard sounds of the TV. It was just probably my dad watching a movie. The bell rang and I opened my eyes. Thank you.
Yes. Now, Sahara, in your report, whether it's the walking and or the sitting, when you change your speed, you can feel that for example, let's say walking, when you change your walking speed, you can see changes are happening. When
Yeah.
you change your breathing speed, you can see how it is changing.
Yeah.
All those changes are happening when we change our speed, right?
Yeah.
So that way of observation you can apply even in your daily life. When you
Yeah.
walk to, let's say, to your classroom, you might be walking at a certain speed. So it's good to, bring your attention to the walking.
Yeah.
Instead of getting distracted outside, you can direct your attention inwards by paying attention to these details.
Yeah.
Wherever you are, it's better to turn your attention inwards, not 100%, but somewhat inwards. You should have a certain situational awareness, like when you are walking on a busy road, when you are going somewhere, you have to have surrounding awareness, situational awareness, but
Yeah.
it's good to turn your attention inwards as well, especially when the outside is too noisy, when outside is unpleasant, you develop the ability to turn inwards.
Yeah.
Like a turtle, you turn your attention inwards
Yeah.
and the things pass, the troubles pass while you being mindful. That's
Yeah.
the very idea. So try to practice that in your daily life.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Vinet, your observation is fine. When you hear surrounding sounds, in a way, try to observe them mindfully and see whether you can be mindful of the sounds.
Yeah.
You can tell us next time whether that is working.
Okay.
Laviru.
Mindful walking. I felt that there was a soft and a rough place on the. I liked the soft part more. I felt that there was a pain coming from my thighs when I gave pressure while lifting the other foot. I felt my hands touch each other. Mindful sitting. I felt the pressure on my back. I felt that my hands touch each other. I felt that thoughts came a few seconds later. Came when I realized it. My mindfulness went to my breath. I felt that my out breath touched the top lip. I felt that it is very tempting not to observe and be mindful that it is a thought. Instead, it is very easy to be in the thought and create it more and more attractive. Sometimes thoughts came in tricky ways, like I am breathing, but I saw it with my mindfulness that it was a thought. So after some time, I felt a little sleepy when it was almost the end of the session. After some time, I heard the bell ringing with the high pitched volume. End of the report, sir.
Yeah, that's a good observation about the thoughts. Now, thoughts are tricky. If you try to get rid of thoughts, That very getting rid of becomes a thought. Now you are trying to stop thoughts with a thought, right? So by gentle observation only, you can deal with the thoughts. And when the thoughts are not there, naturally you feel sleepy. When the thoughts are there, you might feel awake, right? So it's a good, interesting thing to do in your practice. And I'm sure you are confident enough to deal with the thoughts. So try to see how sometimes we are creating more and more thoughts. Sometimes trying to get rid of thoughts, we are creating thoughts. So it's a nice, interesting thing to observe. You do that observation more and more and let us know the details in future. Pansilu, your turn.
Mindful walking. I could not do that much mindful walking today because my heels started to hurt a lot. I was limping a little when I was doing mindful walking, but I could bear the pain a little bit. As I took a step slowly, my left heel would start to hurt. I did feel the floor was quite cold, and I also felt that the tiles of the floor were slightly rough. Mindful sitting. My pain started to go away a little as I sat down and relieved my legs. I also felt my breath was very cold as I inhaled and exhaled. As soon as the AC was turned on, it felt more cold. I even shivered for a second. I also felt a little rumble sound in my stomach. End of the report sentence.
Okay, right. So the troubles come like pain, but somehow you have to bear them and continue. That's how the life is. Otherwise, if you stop whatever you are doing due to the pain and difficulties, you will not get nowhere. So it's good to, that practice that in our mindful sessions. In your walking, you have practiced that. So that ability is needed to face life. Life is not always comfortable. Sometimes troubles, pain appear, but you have to bear them and continue whatever you are doing. If you stop whenever the troubles come, if you stop whenever the pain comes, then you will get nowhere. So that ability is important. Without complaining much, we simply bear it and continue. You can exercise it not only during the walking or sitting, but in other occasions as well. Some people, they just complain, they stop whatever they are doing due to the troubles of difficulties or pain. But you have to develop that ability, and that ability will take you towards great heights. Okay, everyone, I think that's it for today's discussion, and we took so much time. Many reports were there. So we are happy you are practicing and interested in mindfulness. Next, we might have some announcements before we go into the activity
So I
today.
will answer. Nyanja auntie said that she has homework to share.
Ranja auntie has done homework, is it? Maybe she considered them as play, and that's why she has completed them.
අවසරයි ස්වාමින් වහන්සේ. Hello everyone. Swamin Vahasa, 2 weeks ago, I think I have homework from 2 weeks ago, not past 2 weeks. Past 2 weeks, we didn't have anything to share. This was that running bunny, but it didn't run. It was not
It
running,
was
and
dancing,
I
right?
just
Not
it was
running.
dancing or something, not running. And I have only one photo I received from Laviru. He sent me a photo, but anyway, I just want to show it.
Then definitely you can say whether it's dancing or running, you can name it whatever. It's a photo now, so you can figure it out. Whether it's dancing or running, you don't know.
No, that's it. Because
But Laviru played a trick on you, saying that it's a running bunny, dancing bunny, by showing you a picture.
just ask you. Let me share. Where is it? Share. Here it is. Laviru, you can tell what happened with your one.
It was kind of running, but like it was like going like this. So you could tell it was kind of dancing. Yeah.
You can live with dancing, you know, dancing would do.
And and one or two steps, it started like it fall down like that. It fell down and like
So that's
Like
great.
it's like
the
that.
the rubber like was too like powerful, the winding and stuff. So the plastic lid turned too fast. That's why it falls and like doesn't run.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a good observation. You have to use probably like a rubber band with a lower tension,
Yeah.
like which will turn the wheel more gently, something like that. So with those adjustments, I'm sure it will be running or dancing, whatever you need. Anything else? That's all?
No, Bharata can suggest that.
Yeah,
Please.
that, what
Yeah.
do you call that? Everyone
The
now.
posters.
Yes. Do you recall that the posters that we share during the walking and sitting? So those drawings you yourself have done maybe many years earlier. So there are some
Many.
new kids as well. So we encourage you to share some drawings, your own creations, which you can use in the session. So it's either be mindful walking drawings, mindful sitting drawings. Do we need for others as well? Mindful.
Yes, so I mean, so mindful walking, sitting, sharing experience, and report writing. I will share with one like this. I will share with them one. We are talking about this.
So this is the mindful sitting
This
posture
sitting.
drawing somebody has done. Do you remember who has done it?
This one, not sure, but this one was Laviru's.
Okay, so that's Laviru's drawings earlier. Now we
Earlier.
have a fresh one with a grown-up Laviru.
Yes, Vadi. So others also we will invite everyone to share one each at least. Doesn't matter, no need all four, each one can do at least one, whichever they like.
Yes,
And they,
show your creativity. You don't have to draw. Maybe some other method would also work. So four topics: mindful walking, mindful sitting, report writing, and report sharing, mindful experience share.
yes,
So all those four posters are available, and if you do a good one, we'll be sharing it for many years in the program. Okay.
yeah,
Yes.
that's fun.
Might
Yet to
have
be
a problem.
After we draw and color it, how are we supposed to send it?
WhatsApp group, is it?
but
Uh,
yes, I will share the number
I don't
in
have
the
it.
I will share my number here. You
Okay.
can join that group also to get the messages to be ready with the activity every week.
Are you in that group? WhatsApp group?
No.
then you should be joining that as well, because all the messages and the information are passed through that group.
Okay.
So that's the link to join the
Link.
group, and you can get weekly updates there. Whatever the activities that you do, you will get the necessary items for the activities. And are we suggesting to share the drawings as well in that group, or are we sending a different?
No, they can send it to me directly. Then I will share. I will share the number, Bante, here.
Okay, so Niranjanti's number you can save, and you can share with her all your drawings and creations. So 2 links. One is the WhatsApp. Second one is Niranjanti's number. Okay, with that, I think we can go forward towards the activity. See, that's the number. You can share your drawings with her. Pansilu.
Yes, one answer now. Kiniti auntie is going to host the activity.
Okay, thank you.
She said the ingredients in the comment.
Yes, a lot of ingredients, right? Yeah, so I think it's best if we quickly move on to the activity. To remind all of you, today we have been talking about how we find things when we think of it as work, and how we find when we are playing ourselves, how our attitudes, intention, and moods are when we play, and whether we can take work as play. Yes, so if we take work as play, we might as well do it very productively. Yes, sometimes we might be playing, but that's for fun. But if the work we have to do, we do it as play, we'd be enjoying most of the time, right? So like Swamin Wahanse said at the beginning, one of the best ways to make work play is if we do it mindfully, right? So when we do things mindfully, we'll try and explore today with the activity we are doing, whether things become fun, whether we enjoy it a bit better than if we were to just do it as a chore or a punishment or as a job, right? Okay, so today, can you tell me, and I'd like for you all to switch on the videos, these items that I have put, if you cannot go to like a sink, you can do it on the table, have like the 2 water basins, and I'll show you in a minute. But anyone who likes to do this actually at a kitchen sink, we can try and do it there as well. But I would love to see the videos on as well, so that we all will be doing it together, right? So who likes to play with water? Can you show me a raise of hands? Laviru likes, Gihansa likes, Sarah and Vineth, Sanhita, yes. The hands are slowly being raised up one by one. I'm sure a lot of us like to play with water, yes? Okay, so how many of you like to wash your plate that you eat after having a meal? Who washes your own plate? You can maybe lower your hand and raise again. All of you wash your own plate. Harini, you are washing your own plate, Dua? Okay, that's fine. Yes. Who doesn't like to wash the plate or the cup? Can I see those who don't like it at all? Maybe just Niranja auntie and I.
I won't. So, sometimes,
yes.
Sometimes it comes like, oh, I can't do anything. I'll just keep and go.
We also usually enjoy if it's like, maybe 3-4 times, even 6 times. Sometimes it never ends. So, so today what we are going to do is we are trying to explore washing some dishes, right? And the ones who really, really don't like it, let's try it and see, right? And the ones who have never done it, all of you need to do it, right? Because one thing is we are going to do it like play. And also, we will try to do it as mindfully as possible, okay? So I'm asking you to set up the place. Just give me a minute. I will also go to the setup, okay? Okay, so can you see? I'm at the place. This is the sink. I'm at the sink, right? So for those who can't go to the sink, you can have like a bowl or something and just put in your dirty dishes and cutlery, maybe just 2-3 items enough, right? There Niranja auntie is showing. Yes. So maybe 3 items into the bowl or yes, a container which can carry it, right? Yes, there Niranja auntie is showing, right? Niranja auntie's ones are not dirty at all, right? It has to be dirty. You need to find some dirty things. See, you can.
No, I have a dirty one here.
Right. I thought it was the pattern.
No, it's dirty.
Okay. Right. So I have a few here. I asked the people at our place, we usually wash our dishes right after using, before keeping. We don't just leave it in the sink, right? But today I asked everyone to just leave their things. So I have like a oily stained one also. I'm leaving it to the last, right? So at the top, I'll be having the ones with less stains. Just have your setup ready. Maybe you can have 1 or 2. There Niranja auntie is showing you, right? So for the others who are at the sink, you can look at my one. Okay? Right. And we need a sponge probably like this. And you know that the sponges usually have like a smoother surface and the rough surface as well. So this is for most of the dishes we wash with the smooth one, and greasy, oily, the hard stains which don't usually go, we use the rough surface, right? So that's it. Now we'll come to the, yes, I can see Harini and Sehara and Vineth and Laviru. This might be night time. You might have done your dishes, but let's try to do just 1 or 2 before you go to bed, right? So let's have some fun with the soap. That's another thing, right? So I have a niece and nephews living with me here, and they love to play with water. And one day I was seeing my niece was filling the kettle on, right? So like this. She was just waiting for the water to fill, and she was just doing her dance. Now this has a lid, right? So she was just dancing till the water fills. So that's making work play, right? Okay, so put a bit of dishwash. Yes, just a drop or two, and then you can squeeze it. Yes, and then you can get it in your hands, right? Yes, get it into your hands. Now, if it's like hand wash, I'll try to take some hand wash, right? And then I could have some soap on my hand and the bubbles. Can you see the bubbles? So that's a bit of play, okay? So while we do the play, remember to do the main task as well, okay? So just see how it feels in your hand. The soap, the watery feeling, the rough surface on your palms and the soft surface. And then first we take the items which have the least dirt or stains, like maybe the spoons. So you can just scrub it on. And remember, the spoons usually has this bent in section, and if we don't scrub it, after some time, it'll have this stained things inside, right? So remember to just scrub it off. And then if you hold it too hard, you might feel the cut in your palm, right? So gently hold it. And so first of all, if they are dry, before we apply this, maybe we can put some water and just send out whatever the any debris or any left things, right? And also, if you are having anything with solid food waste or things that need to go into the dustbin, first of all, before we start anything, we scrape off the food waste and put into the dustbin, right? So in this lot that I'm having, I don't have anything, it's already put into the dustbin. Or we have nicely finished everything in the plate and the plate had nothing, no residue left, right? So we just give it a bit of a wash, and then you can hear the sounds while doing it, right? Gently. If you are dealing with glassware, be very careful. You can handle maybe light glassware as you can. If it's heavy, you might need the help of an adult, right? So we just leave it. Is that enough, Auntie Niranja? Or do we all like to wash all the dishes that we have?
Yes, you how many? I have only 4, 5. So
I have a lot. I have a lot. My family had put all the... But for now, I'll just...
Good punishment for you. You
yeah.
ask them to keep it good.
After this session, I'll take my own time and then nicely wash them off. Right? So here I have a plastic one. You can feel the different weights of the objects, right? And then maybe the smell, if you have a dishwashing liquid with a nice smell, you can maybe enjoy that smell. And okay, so are we done with the... Where is Aruni Auntie? Aruni Auntie also said that she has a pile of dishes collected and she said she'd like to join. I just made up the pile of dishes, but
Cannot see.
yeah. Do you want to add anything while you do? The kids? How does it feel? Yeah, okay. So I'm just leaving I'll wash off the sponge because I have done the scrubbing for now. I have one item with a lot of oil and a bit of greasy things stains in it. I'll leave it for later. So when we are using the water, try not to keep it open like this throughout our scrubbing and washing. Let's open it only when we really need to wash it. And you can be mindful of the amount of water that we use as well, so that we don't waste a lot of water. We don't keep the water running for too long. Okay, so we just open it for the washing that we need. And while that cool water runs through your fingers, just enjoy that feeling. And if we are using, let's say when I'm using the oily thing, if I have hot water, we'll try to use hot water, right? Usually when washing the dishes, it's good to use hot water. Maybe not for the light ones if they don't have a lot of dirt. So I'll remove these things because Niranjan is showing us how to do it at the table. And then when it's done, I'll just leave it here, right? Or else if we have this other counter, we can leave them in the other side. But since I did not finish all this, I'll leave it on the drying mat, right? So again, enjoy this feeling of the water coming. Try to give it a nice wash so that the soapy texture is gone. And then let the water drip. You can be mindful of the sounds that you hear and then leave it on the drying place. It can be a rack. It can be a thing to hold the spoons. Whatever the place that you have, you can gently place it, right? So that's easy, right? So you can, if you want to play a bit, just enjoy the feeling of the waterfall, right? If you have that pipe which you can move around, so it's all right to play a bit, but not for too long, right? Because we are wasting the water. So this is the plate that I have. This is the bad one, the dirty one. So that one, sometimes your mom or dad, they might have a separate one to wash the greasy stuff, or even if it's the same thing, we can wash it nicely. You can use maybe this side, okay? So first we wash it with water and we try to send off that dirt, right? And if you think the stains don't go with one single wash like that, those are the ones which we need to put some soap, hot water, and leave it for some time so that the soap soaks all the dirt and it will easily come, right? Usually we do it for like frying pans and things that we cook. So we leave it for some time, and while it's there, maybe you can have a dance or whatever, right? So that's another time where you can enjoy it, sing a song, like I'm going to wash my dishes like it's the last time, and wash with a smile. You all know what song that is, right? So okay, so again, the bubbles and everything, just enjoy it, right? I'm scrubbing it nicely so that all the stains go. Sometimes we don't have to take this long, right? And do both the sides. Remember to do both the sides, because when it's in the sink, it might have other stains also, right? Just to show you, and because we are kind of doing it with fun, I'm taking a bit of time But otherwise, we can just make sure when it's clean, we wash it properly, and then the job is done. Okay? All right, so the washing is done. If you have like a drying rack, you can place these items there, but for now, to show, I'm just leaving like that. How is it going? How is it going? You don't like it, or do you like it? Can they unmute and speak? Shall I?
Give me a minute.
Yeah, they can
Yes, they
unmute.
can.
Yeah, you can do now, right? Any comments of the activity? Who likes it? Who enjoys having all this water, soap bubbles? Sanhita likes it. Yes. Who break the glass? Who broke a glass by now? Who broke a dish or two or a glass or two by now? No one? Good, right? Usually when we do it slowly and with intention, we don't necessarily break. It's when we try to do it in a rush and we just want to get it over with, right? Okay, so the next and the last part, I'm going to dry. So for drying, it's good if you have like a cloth like this, a microfiber one. Some of the serviettes, after we wash, after we wipe, it leaves the pieces of cloth in that wiping cloth on the item that we just cleaned. See, it's all spick and span and nice, right? You will be very happy and satisfied when you see the cleaned items, right? All right, so now we are going to dry it. So you can.
I saw Sahara and Vinay got lot to wash. They are enjoying it. See, I
Yeah.
saw both of them are having a lot to
So
do.
now we are friends with their mom and dad as well. We are already friends, right? So today the mom loves this session more than anyone else, right? Okay. That's how we make friends with each other, right? Okay, so this is done, all wiped. And I have another one. Nicely wipe it so that why we wipe it, there's another option. We just can leave it and leave it to air dry. That's also another option, right? Because gradually, eventually, all these the water droplets will go down and it will be like this. But if we want to make sure that we put them back into a cupboard or wherever they belong to, their right place, if we wipe it like this, the process becomes quicker. So we have to leave it only for a little time. Then soon after, we can put them into its rightful places, right? Okay. So plastic, it's easy to handle. You don't have to worry too much of, breaking them. And so the glass here, I'm hearing nice sounds, different sounds when you touch, when you wipe and rub them. And I'm left with the spoon. So that's done. I will be surely enjoying washing my rest of the rest of these dishes because I generally like it. If it becomes non-stop only, I might not enjoy it, but I'll remember this session for all the next times and try to have fun with it, right? So we have passed our time for today. I will hand it over to Pansilu to do the closing for today. Thank you.
Tinithy.
Any comments? Anyone who likes to share anything? We can give you the time, right?
I liked it. That was fun.
That was fun.
Water.
Yes, thank you, Sahara. Was that Sahara or Vinay?
Sahara.
And good job, right? So for Sahara and Vinay, good job. Did it come?
Yeah.
Him, right? Okay. And yes, I'm just sending you whatever that is there, right? Okay, yes. Who else? Who else?
Harini also.
Yes, Dua.
She also did. Yeah. I
Good
think
job.
Sanhita also. Yes, Harini.
Enjoyed it.
Well done to all of you. Now, do you think that you all would try this? Maybe at least your plate, your cup? Yes. Good to see that you all enjoy too. What about Pansilu and Laviru? Sanhita also enjoyed.
And Laviru, like
Maybe
he had to,
too late for
he left because he had to do something tomorrow early morning. So he said he's leaving.
right. He will surely do this, and he might be doing this. Yes. All right. So all our kids can try this out, and you can give a clap to each other or a sticker or high five or whatever it is. Just, um,
I said
appreciate
this.
yourselves.
Okay. I
Yes.
also
Well done. Right?
tell that.
Thank you, dear all, for doing that. And we'll try to share. After you do this, you are welcome to share this experience with us during the next session or anytime. We'll try it and to do it gladly. Okay? Right. Thank you.
Should I?
Yes, Pansilu, over to you.
Most Venerable Dhamma Kusala Swaminathan, as we are at the end of the session, I'd like to give a brief of what we did in today's session. At the beginning of the session, Swaminathan told a small story about playing and working. Then we did mindful walking and sitting, and then we read and discussed the reports as a group. And I would like to thank Kiniti Auntie for doing a very fun dishwashing activity as a group. And finally, I'll take this opportunity to thank our most venerable Dhamma Kusala Tero for doing this wonderful session as a group. Have a mindful week, everybody.
Have a mindful week, everyone. See you next week.
Have a mindful week, everyone. I will share the activity photos next week. Okay. And comments too. Thank you.